What's going on, Tricology family, and welcome to a very first episode of the Tricology Talk News Talk of 2023. Did y'all miss me? Of course, y'all did. So, we are back. This is season 4, and we are back better than ever with more news to cover, more entertainment, and all sports, movies, TV. I'm gonna give you all the news that I'll be giving y'all for the rest of 2023. So we gonna be in for a ride, y'all. I want to personally thank y'all for being with me for the past the 3 seasons, and we made it up to season 4. So let's not waste time, y'all. Let's get started with today's the first episode. But before we get into 2023, let's do a little recap from 2022. I know I did most of it on the last episode of the 2022 before the Christmas week done, but we got a little more details to cover in 2022 before we get into 2023. So the little piece of report that we want to cover is basically the numbers from Netflix and Disney Plus that was their number chart and of 2022. So let's go with Netflix real quick. So I have here the most popular films in 2022. I'm gonna go off from 1 to 10. So at number 1 was The Gray Man. Number 2, The Atom Project. Number 3, Purple Hearts. Number 4, Hustle. Number 5, Tender Sweeter. Number 6, The Sea Beast. Number 7, Enola Holmes 2. Number 8, Senior Year. Number 9, The Man from Toronto. And number 10, Day Shift. That's for the English side. And this is for the non-English side. Number 1, you have Troll. Number 2, All Quiet on the West Front, which is also nominated for Best Drama at the Golden Globes. Number 3, Black Crab. Number 4, Through My Window. Number 5, The Takedown. Number 6, Loving Adults. Number 7, The Carter. Number 8, My Name is Vendetta. Number 9, Restless. And 10, Frieza. So that's your top 10 listies there for the most popular films in 2022 on Netflix. So let's move on to most popular in TV. Let's start off with English first. Coming in at number 1 is Stranger Things Season 4. Number 2, Wednesday Season 1. Number 3, Damien. Number 4, Bridgerton Season 2. Number 5, Invented Anna. Number 6, Aquador Season 4. Number 7, The Watcher Season 1. Number 8, The Sandman Season 1. Number 9, The Umbrella Academy Season 3. And number 10, Virgin River Season 4. And then for the non-English side, number 1, we have All of Us Are Dead Season 1. Number 2, Estrella Eternity Wood Season 1. Number 3, The Market Heart Season 1. Number 4, Till Money Do Us Part Season 1. Number 5, The Elite Season 5. Number 6, High Heat Season 1. Number 7, The Empress Season 1. Number 8, Business Proposal Season 1. Number 9, Wrong Side of the Track Season 1. And number 10, Welcome to Eden Season 1. So that's your list there for the most popular in TV. So let's move on to. Oh no, that's it. That's all we got from Netflix. There. So let's move on to Disney Plus. Now, this one is top movies on Disney Plus in 2022. Now, this is the North America US ranking first. We're going to do that first, and then we're going to get into the worldwide listing. So, coming in at number 10 was The Eternals. Number 9, Raya and the Last Dragon. Number 8, Lightyear. Number 7, Home Alone. Number 6, Toy Story. Number 5, Luca. Number 4, Zootopia. Number 3, Turning Red. Number 2, Mona. And number 1, Encanto. So that's your top listings for in the United States for Disney Plus in 2022. Now this is the worldwide numbers. So number 10, Avatar, the very first Avatar. Number 9, Hocus Pocus 2. Number 8, Thor Love and Thunder. Number 7, The Eternals. Number 6, Lightyear. Number 5, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Number 4, Avengers Endgame. Number 3, Mona. Number 2, Turning Red. And number 1, Encanto. So I'm surprised that Encanto got number 1. Yeah, you guys know the reason why it got number 1. So and now moving on to the television shows. Again, we're going to start with U.S. first, and then afterwards worldwide. So coming in at number 10 is Moon Knight. Number 9, She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Number 8, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Number 7, Star Wars Andor. Number 6, The Book of Boba Fett. Number 5, Jesse. Number 4, Marvel Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Number 3, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Number 2, Bluey. And number 1, The Simpsons. Are you surprised that number 6 has got 1? Well, you should not be. Now for the worldwide numbers. So number 10, Moon Knight. Number 9, Star Wars Andor. Number 8, How I Met Your Mother. Number 7, She-Hulk, The Attorney at Law. Number 6, Malcolm in the Middle. Number 5, Modern Family. Number 4, Blue. Number 3, Family Guy. Number 2, Grey's Anatomy. And number 1, The Simpsons. So that's our last report of 2022, y'all. So with that out of the way, let's finally get in some reports for 2023, shall we? So I'm gonna put in some key dates for 2023. Now we got our next Super Bowl coming up, which is in February 12th. We got the 80th Golden Globe Awards, which is in January 10th. The 95th Academy Awards, which is on March 12th. The 65th Annual Grammy Awards, which is on February 5th. And then WWE WrestleMania 39, which is April 1st through the 2nd. So that's some of your key date events that's already been set. We'll have some more key dates events that down the road in a couple of months. But I just want to get y'all in advance on what's already been set in stone and what's coming up soon right now. So, and speaking of what's coming up soon, let me give you my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2023. Now, I have a lot of honorable mentions here. I know it's a lot, so I'm just gonna breeze them quickly. So I got Shazam, Fury of the Gods, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, The Flash, Knock in the Cabin, Transformers: The Rise of the Beast, Dungeons & Dragons, Barbie, The Little Mermaid, Blue Beetle, The Marvels, Evil Dead Rise, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and Scream 6. So that's my audible mentions. So coming in at number 10 is Fast 10. I know, like, somebody saying, oh my god, they should be done with the Fast and Furious. Like, I know, I think it was going to be done too. But number 10 is the last one of the Fast and the Furious. So I am kind of interested to see how they're going to close out this final chapter of the Fast and the Furious franchise. Well, in the main series, obviously. So you will expect to see some spin-offs soon. So, but yeah, that's my number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So this will be the final time that Harrison Ford not only wears the cape and also the whip, as well as the explorer known as Indiana Jones. And also will be John Williams' the final film score as well. So 2 legends going out, and I can't wait to see it. So coming in at number 3 is Creed 3. So not only is Michael B. Jordan returning as Adonis Creed, but he also will be making his directorial director's debut as well. So I'm excited to see what Michael B. Jordan has done with Creed 3. So coming in at number 7 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now, I can agree with some people saying that that the first 2 Ant-Man movie was kind of bland or like a hit or miss or something like that. But here's the thing: when it comes to the MCU movies, and when they make a trilogy of a certain character, the third one always comes out at better than the first 2. So it's kind of weird. So, but here's the thing: when Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumanium, this gives us a first look at Kane, because we all know in the next Avengers movie, Kane the Conqueror is going to be the main villain. So I can't wait to see what's going to be happening in this movie and how Kane is going to be the main villain sucker around in this multiverse saga of the MCU. So I can't wait to see how that goes. So now, coming in at number 6 is Christopher Nolan's new movie, Octahanium. So, of course, this movie is based on the atomic bomb. So, just anything with Christopher Nolan, I'm in. Enough said. And coming in at number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, this will be the final Guardians of the Galaxy movie that will circle around the main current roster of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I do expect either. So this is just my predictions. I want to know what your predictions. But one of my predictions is either Drax or Rocket is gonna die in this movie. Come on. Look at the last 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. You cannot expect to go in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie not expecting that someone's going to die in that movie. So, but that's my prediction. Let me know what is your predictions for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But coming in at number 4 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, with Tom Cruise scoring big with Top Gun Maverick in 2022. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Now, I still say to this day, Mission Impossible Fallout is one of the greatest action movies that has ever been made. So, I can't wait to see what he does in Dead Reckoning Part 1. So, coming in at number 3 is Dune Part 2. I love the first Dune movie. It was definitely a great cinema movie to watch in theaters, so I can't wait for Part 2. And coming in at number 2 is John Wick Chapter 4. So, yep, I am a sucker for John Wick. So, and what else can I say about it? So, and coming in at number 1, and some of y'all will definitely agree with me on this one, is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, everybody was like, when this first movie came out, it was like, this is going to be just a regular Spider-Man movie. But afterwards, that movie won an Oscar for Best Animation. So, this is definitely another Oscar-worthy animation contender for next year. So, I can't wait to see that. So, that's my top 10 anticipated movies for 2023. Let me know in the comments what are your top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. So, now with that out of the way, let me give you some guide tours to what's coming soon to Disney Plus. So, let me gather my list here. Now, 1 second. because I have a lot of lists here. And then after we do the guide tour of what's coming out on Disney Plus, or we also going to be doing the whole year of what's coming to Disney in 2023. So here's our list for what's coming to Disney Plus in 2023. So starting up, we had The Mandalorian season 3, which will be streaming on March 1st. We got Star Wars at Agasoda. And then we got Star Wars Skeleton Crew and the Star Wars the Accolade. Now, here's the thing. We already know that Star Wars The Bad Batch has already been released on Disney Plus. And we already know The Mandalorian is coming. We already know Ahsoka is coming. But here's the thing. They slated that only four Star Wars series going to be coming out in 2023. So this asks the question for either Skeleton Crew or the Accolade. Which one's going to come out last in the fall? It only depends on production. So if the Skeleton Crew doesn't come out on time in 2023, then I do believe the Accolade will come out in the fall or winter season in the last of 2023, and then we're gonna get the Skeleton Crew in 2024. So that's my prediction there when it comes to Star Wars. So now moving on with Marvel, we already know that the Secret Invasion is going to be coming out in the spring. Then we got Loki season 2 in the summer, Ecuador in the summer, and then Ironheart in the fall, and then also Agatha, Covert of Chaos in the winter. So that's your. And then we also know What If season 2 is also coming out in 2023. We don't know which season is going to come out, but it's still slated to come out in 2023. So, and then also at X-Men 97 as well. So that's your listing of what Marvel is planning to release in 2023. Now let's get into the regular Disney shows and also Pixar shows. So we have Tatiana coming in 2023. We got Moana. Ecuador. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name. It's crazy. But moving on. Pixar's Win or Lose. Peter Pan and Wendy. And yeah, so that's what's basically coming out in 2023 as far as for Disney Plus. Now let's get into the real guide tour of what's to come for in 2023 from Disney. Now we already know that in 2023 Splash Mountain is no more. That means that on January 2023, y'all better get y'all a chance to ride Splash Mountain while you can, because when January 2023 comes, it's going to be closed forever, and then they're going to start rebuilding and remodeling for the Tatiana's Bayou Adventure, and that ride's going to come out in 2024. So, just to give y'all a heads up on that one. So, and of course, we already know Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is going to be coming out on February 17th. The Happily Ever After Anthea Fireworks will be returning to Magic Kingdom in spring of 2023. And then also, we already know that the Tron Light Cycle Run coaster will be finally opening at the Magic Kingdom in spring of 2023. So hopefully we'll get the actual opening date down the line. And then also in spring of 2023, we got the Roundhouse Rodeo Barbecue that will open in Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. And then on May 5th, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And then on May 26th, Memorial Day weekend, is The Little Mermaid. On June 16th is Pixar's Emerald, which is come out June 16th. And then on June 30th, we got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And then on July 28th, we got the Marvels. And then August 11th, we got the Haunted Mansion movie, with also the Hatbox Ghost arrives at the Haunted Mansion attraction at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World sometime this year, but we don't know when. So and then moving on later on in 2023, maybe in the summer or the fall, the Harmonious will be replaced with a new Epcot show called Epcot Forever. And then later on in 2023, the World Celebration and the Journey of Water opens as well. So the Journey of Water is the Moana attraction that will be opened up along with World Celebration. So the whole detour of Epcot will be finally finished by the end of 2023. And then also later on in 2023, Fitment will be making his return to Epcot. Um, and then from September 8th to the 10th, Destination D23 will happen at Walt Disney World as well. And then Disney's 100th anniversary will commence on October 16th, which will be celebrating 100 years when the Walt Disney Company actually started. So, and then on November 22nd, we got Disney's Wish movie that's going to be coming out. So, yeah, so that's basically what Disney's going to be offering in 2023. So let me know in the comments below what are you most excited for what's coming out for in 2023 from Disney. So let me know in the comments as well. So that's all the big news. So let's get into some of the updated mainstream news. So the first piece of news we got is Regal and Cinema World, the world's second largest theater chain, is pulling itself up for sale. And this is what Variety has to say. Regal's owner, Cinema World, the world's second largest movie theater operator, has denied reports that it has been in talks with AMC, the world's largest movie theater group, regarding the sales of its assets. Cinema World added that it intends to sell the groups in its entirety rather than breaking it up. AMC last month said it was no longer in discussions to buy some theaters, while owned Cinema World following intensive talks with some of its leaders. So, if AMC does buy for say the Regal, are they still going to be called Regal? We don't know. So, all I have to say is Regal better step up their game. That's all I gotta say. But moving on to our next piece of news. Jeremy Renner went under two surgeries for his extended injuries. Is still listed as critical. That was crazy. Well, when CNA broke the news. So hopefully Jeremy Renner is doing okay. But let's read what CNA when they first broke the news. Actor Jeremy Renner suffered a blunt chest trauma and alternate injuries after a New Year's Day Snow Plus accident. A spokesperson from the actor said Monday evening, Renner had surgery Monday and remains in intensive care unit in critical but stable condition. The spokesperson said, the Hawkeye actor has so far required two surgeries to address injuries he sustained in the accident. A source close to the actor previously told CNN his injury is extensive, they said. So that was the first news that came out of CNN. But Jamie did post on social media with a video saying he's doing okay. So that's good to hear. So hopefully he come out better and stronger when he's released. But moving on. Stan Lee's documentary is coming to Disney Plus, and this is what Screen Rant has to say. Oh, what would have been on Lee's 100th birthday? Some surprising news has been revealed. At the end of a sizzling reel compressed of Lee's many MCU cameos, Marvel announced that an original documentary titled Stan Lee is coming to Disney Plus in 2023. According to Marvel, the newly announced documentary will celebrate the life and legacy of Lee, likely featuring audio footage and interviews with the comic book writer over the years. The film will probably start by covering Lee's childhood in New York City, where he grew up during the Great Depression, and developed an early love in reading and writing. Life Later in life, Lee would rise through the ranks in a small family-run business called Timlin Publishing, which would, with Lee's help, will later become Marvel Comics. So, I cannot wait to see that documentary on Disney Plus. So, moving on. Why Dave Bautista should be Batman's Bane in the new DC universe? Now, here's the thing. In case y'all didn't know, Dave Bautista said that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be the last time that he playing Drax. Now, I actually kind of agree here that Dave Bautista should be a good contender to be Bane. But let's listen to what IndieWire has to say. I want to play Bane so bad. I went to Warner Brothers and had an appointment with them, had an appointment with DC, walked in the door and said, I want to play Bane. Bautista said, I'm not kidding. There was a little like, whoa, we're not even casting Bane. I was like, I don't care. I'm playing him. So, I agree with Bautista here. It's like, he should be the next Bane. I don't care where nobody else should not play Bane except Bautista. Well, Tom Hardy can because he was a good Bane. But other than Tom Hardy or Dave Bautista, nobody else. I don't care. So, that's that. Moving on. Glass Onion theatrical strategy worked. Become the third biggest Netflix movie debut. And this is coming from Variety. During the December 22nd to January 1st viewing window, the Knives Out sequel film, which dropped December 23rd on Netflix, raked in 127 million hours watched. Combining that stat with Glass Onion's intentional Christmas debut on the streamer, which drew in 82.1 million hours viewed, and the movie has now reached a 209.4 million hours watched per Netflix. That figure put Glass Onion in third place, just behind Red Notice and Don't Look Up. When it comes to the streamer's most watched movies in their first 10 days of viewership, Glass Onion remained the number one English language film in the top 10 rankings for the second week in a row, and now has reached number 10 on Netflix overall most popular films list, which is calculated based on the first 28 days of streaming via viewership. So, like I said before, I definitely enjoyed Glass Onion. It was a real good time. And it definitely was a worthy sequel to the very first Knives Out in the movie. Now, moving on. Werewolf by Night director Michael Gibbons to direct Them remake. And this is coming from Comic Book Reader. There was always a movie in your mind that has never leave your head. For me, that's Them. It wasn't until much later in life until I learned what it's about. The nuclear age, Kluger said, what I love about Them is exactly what I call Them. It's about an other and an unknown which we refuse and can't understand. Like the planned reboot, the original Them was a Warner Brothers production, directed by Gordon Douglas. The film released in theaters in 1954. It centered on a group of giant entrant ants who are discovered in New Mexico desert, with the incidents having been mutilated by the first atomic bomb test that took place at Alamogordo in 1945. A national search began when it discovered when two queen ants and their cursor have escaped to create new assets accumulated in similar battle in Los Angeles, California. That sounds interesting. But moving on. Steve Amell will be turning for the final season of The Flash. Now, when it comes to the Green Arrow, Steve Amell is the Green Flash. Enough said about that. So, this is coming from Variety. Stephen Amell will be returning one more time as Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, for the ninth and final season of The Flash. Variety has confirmed the actor will appear in the episode 909 as soon as our final season was announced. We knew that we wanted Stephen to come back and reprise his iconic role as Oliver Queen. After all, it was Oliver who originally launched Barry Allen on his heroic path. That's why everybody on Team Flash felt it so strongly that it was important to create a full circle moment with Oliver return in the final season of The Flash, said executive producer Eric Wallace. So I think this is a good send off to the Flash, and even though I had seen the Flash in a while, I stopped watching after Steve Amell was gone as the Green Arrow. So this is definitely a good send off here. Moving on. Dwayne Johnson made a powerful play for DC Control. Wow. Interesting. But let's see what Variety has to say. Behind the scenes, a different group made a play for control of DC. Dwayne Johnson directly pitched CEO David Zaslav on a multi-year plan for Black Adam and a Cavill-Lee Superman in which the two properties were in wave, setting up a Superman vs. Black Adam showdown. Although the move took place, Adam, a power vacuum created for a former DC head, Walter Amaham, and Warner Brothers film chief Toby Amberich prepared to exit. It was ruffled feathers intentionally sorts added. Dwayne ran around everyone while he didn't sit well with, says one source. Meanwhile, the Johnson-Warner relationship already has wearing thin after Johnson pushed a producing credit on the animated film DC's Leads the Superpets, which opened in July, but did a little to promote it. I mean, The Rock was in the dog suit. I mean, promoting his character. Isn't that not marketing? But it is what it is. But continue with the story. The actor also exists on Tequila Bar at the New Year premiere of Black Adam, featuring his Terminator brand. Despite the film being rated PG-13, his demands increased and the returns just wasn't there. Notes another insider. So, now listen. We have moved on from the DC Extended Universe. Some of us moved on and some of us wanted their money back. But now, our main intention is to see what does James Gunn and David Zaslav has planned for the new DCU. That's what we want to hear. Okay? So, moving on. Warner Brothers executives open to Ezra Miller returning as the Flash. WTF. That's what I said. So this is coming from Variety. For what else Gunn and Zaslav has planned for DC's future, Sources describe it was a broad but not a blatant reset. At this point, nothing is ruled out. Given that Miller has stayed out of trouble since beginning mental health treatment in the summer, some executives are recommending to continue with the actor as the World Series speedster after the Flash bows on June 16th. So, here's the thing. I did see a report saying that some form of excuse, excuse me, I have a little cold here. Sorry, I feel a little sick, but yeah, here's what I was saying. I saw a little report that 4 of the DC Extended Universe characters might stay the same, but like I said, I want to hear come from James Cameron and David Zaslav's mouths of who is staying and who is actually leaving. That's what I want to hear. So, like I said, that was that. And then now moving on. We got a first trailer of Ryan Johnson's Poker Face arrives. Again, it's a series and it's coming out on Peacock. So, and this is what Variety has to say. Hot off from his Netflix murder mystery hit Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery, Ryan Johnson is bringing a fresh set of the puzzles to Peacock with Poker Face starring Natasha Leary from Russian Doll and Orange is the New Black, and streaming on January 26th. The series includes 10 self-contained mysteries, one for each hour-long episode, as viewers follow Charlie Kane, played by Larissa, as she hits the road and solves strange crimes. Guest stars includes Adam Brody, Joshua Glenn Levi, Chloe Seth, Tim Matthews, Benjamin Brad, Hong Kong, Ryan Perlman, Stephanie Hischer, Lil Rel, and Louis Gassler. So, Poker Face, that looks very interesting. But that's all the mainstream news I have. And then lastly, for this episode, we got a movie review for you guys today. And our first movie review will be on Megan. Oh my goodness. Now, after coming out or watching this movie, where do I start? Now, we already know it's the story and the producer of this film was James Gunn. Now, I definitely had some the original Child's Play and the Child's Play remake reference in this movie. So yeah, it follows an artificial intelligent doll who develops self-awareness and become a hostile to anyone who comes between her and their human companion. So yeah, so this was crazy. So let me just say this: never program a robot that will be smarter than you, because if you do that, they will go things on their own and just cause chaos. That's what I got out of this movie. Like, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all remember I, Robot for Will Smith. So yeah, so y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah. And with Megan, it's been a long time since we had a killer doll movie. So y'all know I basically grew up with the original Child's Play and the Chucky franchise. So yeah. And then afterwards in the Conjuring universe, we had Annabelle. That was another doll, but that was more of a like a possessed type killer type doll, if I'm not mistaken. But Megan here, oh my god! Like I said, this gave me Chucky vibes. here. But here's the thing. It wasn't that scary at all, but there were some parts that had some good horror in it and a good suspense here. So to me, this is like a horror comedy. Now, the original cut, it was supposed to be rated R, but based on of its internet popularity, it became PG-13. So after watching this movie, I kind of want to see the rated R cut. I want to see how this goes. Now, and also after watching this, I I'm calling out Hollywood and telling them I want to see a Chucky versus Annabelle versus Megan movie. That's what I want. Okay? If I don't get that, then rewrite it. Rewrite it. That's all I'm saying. But so for the movie overall, I'm giving this a B plus. It was definitely good. It had its comedy moments, it had its suspense moments, it had its horror moments as well. So yeah, so definitely a great movie to start out in the month of January. I know sometimes in the month of January movies are very slow during the month. So yeah, this was definitely a I would say this was definitely a good time to watch. And if you're a fan of a horror comedy, then this is your movie y'all you should check out. So yeah, so Megan, I give that a B plus. Definitely a good time horror comedy movie. So yeah, but that's all I got for you for the very first episode of 2023. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded and share. And of course, if you're listening to me on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast streaming platform, don't forget to follow me there. So, without further ado, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, folks. Peace.